Picking the right inventory software can honestly make or break your business. And if you've ever felt like you're just constantly fighting a losing battle with your stock, wasting time, losing money, then this is for you. We're going to map out exactly how you can take back control.
All right, let's kick things off with a massive question. Why in the world are so many retailers losing billions? And yeah, that's billions with a B, every single year. I mean, this is a huge problem, and it hits everyone, from the small shops on the corner to the big-name chains.
So, what's the answer? Well, you might think it's some super complex market force, but it's not. It's actually much, much closer to home. In fact, it's hiding in plain sight, right there on your shelves, in your stockroom, in your warehouse.
And that brings us right to the heart of the problem, what I like to call the high cost of chaos. See, when your inventory is just a total mess, it sends these ripples of inefficiency through every single part of your business. So, what does this chaos actually look like day to day?
Okay, first up, something we all dread, the stockout. You've been there, right? A customer walks in, they're ready to hand over their money, but you don't have what they want. And here's the kicker. You didn't just lose that one sale. You might have just lost that customer for good to a competitor who's got their act together.
Then you've got the total opposite problem, overstock. And believe me, this is just as dangerous. Every single item just sitting there on a shelf, that's cash you can't use. It's tying up your capital, it's racking up storage costs, it's just this slow, silent drain on your finances.
So the bottom line is really simple. These two things, stockouts and overstock, they're not just annoying little headaches. They are straight up profit killers. They shrink your margins and they just weaken your entire business from the inside out.
Okay, but look, it's not all doom and gloom. There is a really powerful modern solution to all this chaos, and it's all about how technology has stepped in to completely turn the tide.
So what is it? We're talking about inventory management software. And at its heart, it's basically a centralized system, kind of like the command center or the brain for your entire stock operation. It connects absolutely everything, from the second you buy a product from your supplier to the moment your customer buys it from you.
It's pretty wild to look back and see just how far this tech has come. I mean, we started with these paper ledgers, super prone to errors. Then we got barcodes, which was a big step up, and some kind of clunky software you had to install on-premise. But today, we're in a whole new era. We're talking about intelligent, cloud-based systems that use things like AI and IoT to give us a level of visibility into our stock that was just unthinkable before.
And the benefits for your business? They're honestly transformative. You're looking at huge gains in efficiency, a massive drop in those really expensive stockouts and overstocks, and all of that, of course, means better cash flow. And it doesn't stop there. This leads to happier customers, and it gives you the actual data you need to make way smarter decisions about your business.
So just how good can this get? I mean, what are we really talking about here? Well, check this out. Modern automated systems can hit an incredible 99.5% inventory accuracy. Just let that sink in for a second. That means no more phantom stock, no more guessing what you actually have. You know with almost perfect certainty what's on your shelves.
And it gets even better. McKinsey points out that AI doesn't just track what you have, it actually intelligently predicts what you're going to need. And because of that, you can reduce your total inventory by 20 to 30%. That's huge, and you can do it without losing sales. I mean, that is a massive competitive edge.
Okay, so before we dive into how to pick a system, there's something really important we need to clear up. It's a distinction that honestly trips a lot of people up, and that's the difference between inventory control and inventory management. Trust me, they are not the same thing.
Okay, so here's the easiest way to think about it. Inventory control is all about the now. It's the nitty-gritty of what's physically in your warehouse right now and making sure those counts are accurate. Think cycle counts, bin transfers, that kind of thing. Inventory management, on the other hand, is all about the future. It's the strategic part, forecasting demand, planning your purchasing, coordinating with suppliers. A really great system, of course, does both, but you have to get the difference between the two. All right, so at this point, you're probably convinced. You need a system. But here's the challenge. The market for this stuff is projected to hit over $7 billion. There are so many options. So how do you possibly choose the right one for you? Let's build a clear strategic roadmap to help you make that call.
First things first, you've got to shift your mindset a little. You're not just going out and buying a piece of software. You are choosing a strategic partner. This is a tool that's going to be at the very center of your business's growth for years to come.
So to make that choice, you really need to look at these 5 key factors. Think of it like a checklist. Number 1, integration. It has to, and I mean has to, play nicely with the tech you already use. Your POS, your e-commerce platform, all of it. 2, flexibility. Your business is unique, right? The software needs to be able to adapt to your workflows, not the other way around. 3, and this one is huge, user adoption. If it's clunky and hard to use, your team just won't use it, and then it's completely worthless. 4, total cost. Don't just look at the price tag. You've got to factor in implementation, training, support, the whole shebang. And finally, number 5, scalability. You're planning to grow, right? The platform you choose has to be able to grow right along with you.
Okay, so you've gone through the checklist and picked your software. Awesome. But that's only half the battle. Actually implementing it successfully, that's where the real work begins. But it's also where the real payoff is, because a bad rollout can totally sink even the best software on the market.
So, to make sure that doesn't happen, here are 6 best practices for a killer implementation. 1. Start by setting super clear, measurable goals. What does success look like? 2. Build a team with people from different departments: IT, operations, management. Get everyone involved. 3, and this is critical, clean up your existing data before you move it over. Garbage in, garbage out. 4, train your staff properly. Don't just throw them in the deep end. 5, do a phased rollout. Start with a smaller pilot program to work out the kinks. And number 6, the job isn't done at go live. You've got to keep monitoring and supporting the system for the long haul.
All right, as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. The real goal here, it isn't just to install some new software on your computers.
It's about fundamentally changing the way you operate. It's about building a real, lasting competitive advantage, something your competitors can't just copy overnight. It's really about turning your inventory from a headache and a cost center into one of your most powerful strategic assets.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Right now, in your business, is your inventory working for you, or are you constantly working for it? Because the right software can finally flip that entire equation. Thanks for tuning in.